All right, so now we're going to learn how do I write a quadratic equation in vertex form. Well, the first thing you're going to have to do is they are going to give you the vertex in an ordered pair. You are going to have to plug in the value for h and k. So you're going to have to know where h and k are in your vertex equation. You are also going to be plugging in the ordered pair. They're going to give you an ordered pair, some other point that is on that parabola, that U-shaped graph. So you're going to have to plug in for x and y, okay? And then you're going to solve for a. Finally, you're going to write in vertex form, and you are going to plug in the vertex point they gave you and the value for a that you solved for. So let's see what that looks like with our first example. So I have the vertex of -3, 2, and my parabola also contains the point 4, 7. So this is h, this is k. So I know what numbers I'm plugging in for h and k, and now I want to plug in for x and y. So 4 is an x coordinate, 7 is a y coordinate, so I know exactly what I'm going to plug in for. So I'm going to replace those variables with the value. So I'm going to start with y. I'm going to plug in 7 equals, again, I don't know a's value, so I am going to leave the a there, and I'm going to plug in for x. So I need my x value. That would be 4. I want to see that subtraction sign, so I'm going to leave the minus sign there, and now I'm going to plug in for h. So that would be a -3. And then make sure you close up your parentheses squared, and now I need to put in k, and since k is a positive, it is going to be +2, because k is a positive 2. No sign change with k. All right, so if I look here, I know that minus a negative is going to change into a positive. Okay, and now I'm going to, so I've done these steps where I plugged in for the vertex and I plugged in the ordered pair that they gave me, and now I'm going to use my math skills and solve for a. So the first thing you want to do, if you're not sure how to go about solving it, is you want to type this part of your equation into the calculator. So make sure you copy the parentheses squared, because I want to see what is it when I add 4 plus 3 first, and then that sum, I square it. And that's going to give me a times 49. So instead of writing a 49, I'm going to write it as 49a. And now I'm going to bring down my 7. I'm going to bring down my +2. And then I'm going to look at what do I need to start doing to solve this equation. Okay, well I'm trying to get a by itself. So the first thing I've got to undo is this addition. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. And that is going to give me 5 equal to 49 times the value of a. And again, to solve for a, I'm not going to divide by 5. 5 is not being multiplied by a, the 49 is, so I have to divide both sides by 49. Because remember, I want to get 1a. And if I do 5 divided by 49 in my calculator, I'm going to get a decimal, so I'm going to change that back to a fraction. So math 1, enter. And that's going to be 5/49 equals a. Okay, so now that I have my a value and I have my vertex point, now I'm ready to write my final equation in vertex form. So I'm going to write f of x equals, because remember f of x is just another way to say y. I need my a value. So I'm going to write my a value in here, 5/49. Parentheses, x squared. Okay, now I want to plug in my vertex. Since it's a -3 and -3 in here, it's going to change to a +3. So I'm going to change that to a +3. And then I've got to put in k. K is positive, so it's going to be +2. And that would be my final equation in vertex form.